building this shed, there was no one point in construction where we can stop and say, now let's do all the trim. However, in a video, we can do exactly that. There are three main areas of trim for this shed. There's the trim around the roof area, consisting of rake boards, fascias, and soffit. There's the trim around the doors and windows. And then there's the trim that abuts the siding, like corner boards and bottom bands or water tables. The rake trim is installed first. In fact, it's often installed before the roof sheathing goes on. From the surface of the gable wall, we blocked out 3 inches using 2 2x4s on flat as blocking. For this trim, I'm using a PVC trim, which is a plastic board. It comes in a wide variety of shapes and sizes, some different profiles.
This is definitely easier to do on the ground, this thing, if you only have one guy doing it.
The soffit behind the rake boards is secured to our 2x4 blocking. You don't have to miter the top, but you will have to back cut one of the sides to get a tight fit. We applied our 1x6 rake boards directly to this blocking. Use a piece of the roof sheathing as a gauge to align the rake trim flush with the top of the sheathing. On a gable wall, the 2 rake boards meet at the top in a plumb cut miter. In this case, it's the plumb cut of an 8/12 pitch roof, which you can read off your speed square. To dress up the rake boards, we added a second decorative piece. We let the downhill ends of both boards run long for now. After the roof sheathing is installed, we can install the fascia.
Sounds good to me.
Cut the length of the fascia equal to the distance between the inside of the rake boards.
Yeah, I know.
Then, using your speed square, install it so the top edge is flush with the roof sheathing. With the front of the fascia as a guide, cut the rake boards flush to it. Then make a level cut across the rake boards flush with the bottom of the fascia. Cut the soffit to the same length as the fascia and secure it to the bottom cords of the trusses.
Started here.
I like to visually check that the soffit is tight against the back of the fascia before fastening it.
There you go. It only comes in about a 1/2 inch. Yep, you got it.
For this project, we're using 1-piece molded corner boards cut to fit around the soffit at the top and flush with the bottom edge of the wall. While fitting the corner board to the soffit might look complicated, it's really only 3 cuts. A rake cut that matches the roof pitch, a plumb cut flush with the side of the building, and a level cut at the height of the soffit underside. To finish the trim at the corner requires 2 small blocks, a piece with a bevel cut on top for the soffit, and a small right-angle triangle for the rake trim. While it might look like Mac is using office whiteout to cover the nail heads and the PVC trim, it's actually exterior rated white touch-up paint.
Almost.
Since we are building our custom barn doors for this project, the trim around the front opening is installed flush with the framing.
Good. Yep.
All right. Let's do the other one since you're here.
And let's make sure. That looks about right.
The windows and doors came with their own molding, so the only other trim pieces left for us to install are the 2 bands. One is the trim under the front door, or kick plate. Here, I really appreciate the durability of PVC trim. This is a vulnerable spot prone to damage and rot, but by using PVC, I'm sure I'll never have to replace it. The other trim band is at the bottom of our balloon frame gable end wall.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I'm good.
We intentionally left this off to allow us to attach the wall sheathing to the floor system.